Welcome to my scrapbooking room.
That hurts a little bit.
Look.
Aww.
I did that because I miss you.
Mom, stop! Now I'm gonna cry! Damn it.
I need to be in a car. Okay.
We're gonna be like this the whole time?
No, it's hot.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do you remember how to do the intro?
Hello, everyone.
No! You remember what to say?
You have to push the on button.
It is on.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Well, in that case, I'm the mother.
Hello, beautiful people.
My name is Holly Bridgers, and this is my creation. Do 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 do. Go ahead.
Nice enough. I thought I wasn't gonna be embarrassed this time.
You do have to say
Interesting.
your name, though.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Georgia Bridgers. This is my mother,
Hello.
Holly Bridgers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
I was actually nervous. My teeth were hurting.
So we'll have half our body like showing to the camera and the other
Okay.
half towards us. We're like Oprah.
Oh.
So for those of you who are new here, hi. For those of you who probably found me 2 years ago from a certain video called Mom Asks Questions About Bisexuality, here we are. Same place, same outfits. But now I'm 21 and my mom is now 31. So 2 years ago, I came out. Today is actually June 25th, the day that we are recording this, is the 2-year anniversary of me coming out on the internet, but I came out to you about 3 years ago. I came out to you as bisexual. I still identify as bisexual. We made that video 2 years ago kind of as a stepping stone for both of us, a learning tool. You really wanted to ask me questions about my sexuality.
Yes.
I totally shut down because I was so nervous. Still,
Because it's so much more relaxing to do it
in
on
front of the camera. I wanted more LGBTQ content on my YouTube. I only had about 6,000 subscribers at that point. I even said in the very beginning of our video 2 years ago, I wanted to make this video to get lots of views and gain lots of subscribers. I would just get a ton of views and gain a ton of subscribers. So fingers crossed.
And it will help the moms and dads out there too.
Do you know how many views our video has?
Just tell me.
5.4 million views.
Wow. 5.4 million. I think the city of Cincinnati has like 2 million people. I
didn't think about it that way.
I don't know. I'm not good at math.
Me neither. And still to this day, I still get comments of people saying, protect Georgia's mom at all costs.
That's
you
so
are a very influential parent.
I guess I should like do the dishes better or something. I don't know.
You could cook me dinner, but whatever.
You can order out.
Now that it has been 2 years since we created our video, and in that video, you were asking me questions. I feel like we've both really matured since then.
Okay, you never tell a 52-year-old woman she's matured.
I feel like I've really matured since then.
Yes.
I have become much more confident in my sexuality. In fact, I've even become, this is my job now. I'm an LGBTQ content creator.
I've become more youthful.
Yes, yes. So I thought that it would be fun this time to instead me ask you some questions about bisexuality. All right, so I've just made a short list.
So I made this small list of questions to go over with her.
That is a short list. That's way short.
It was all the paper towels we had, and I didn't want to go in the basement and get out more.
I wondered why they were all gone. Like Georgia spilled again. Didn't want to tell me.
So we've got some fun questions, and we can just show the world how much I've matured and how much you are still supporting.
Still
and
with it.
Still with it.
No, I'm kidding. And I'm just going to try and be real.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's just like we're talking like normal.
Yeah.
How would you describe bisexuality?
It is when a person like Georgia Bridgers feels the way for a boy and a girl. Same, but different. No, you want to know how I'd really describe it?
Yes.
I'd describe it as being enlightened.
Oh, explain that to me.
You know how I'm like into meditating and spirituality? If you're bisexual, you feel a love, maybe expressed sexually, but once you really get into a relationship, it's way bigger and broader than that from a love standpoint.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're feeling it for, if you want to call it the genders, so to speak, although genders flow.
Yeah. Very fluid.
Then to me, it's very enlightened to feel that way. Now, I'm not saying that straight people or gay people are not enlightened. I'm just saying that, you know, from one aspect, that's how I look at it now.
That's a really cool way to think of it. Just to add more, I feel like bisexuality has grown a lot, even since we spoke about it just 2 years ago. And bisexuality tends to get the stigma of being not inclusive because bi, it seems like it's only referring to male and female as the only genders.
Oh.
But that's an erasing stigma that people who are bisexual have to deal with. I would go so far as to say it is when you are attracted to 2 or more genders. It is, you know, as
Well, bi means two. Do we have to label it all?
Well, that's the thing. We don't. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one thing I try and hit hard is that you don't have to label, you don't have to do this, that, and the other. You don't have to put yourself into a box. I like that. Enlightened. How has your perspective of bisexuality changed in the past 2 years since our original video?
Huge.
Yeah.
In the past, before our video, I thought bisexual meant sex crazed. I'm so sorry. It sounds
okay.
idiotic
It's
now.
okay. No, you didn't know. It's
I didn't
fine.
know. Now I think of it more as just, you know, the way you're born. It doesn't even have so much of a sexual label to me anymore. And it just seems like saying, you know, oh, my child is musical. My child is mathematical. My child is figuring it all out. You know?
I think that is also a really big stigma in the bisexual community, the sex crazed thing. I didn't really think about it much, but that's because I was younger and I was just trying to figure out who I liked versus you hear bisexual people like, oh, they just want to do threesomes or this, that, and the other. Glad you don't think that anymore
No,
about
that
your
doesn't
daughter.
happen until you're 40.
Oh my god, Mom!
I'm just kidding.
45! Just kidding.
Too many secrets revealed. We gotta keep it right.
Keep it right.
Keep it, you know, honest and
Pure.
yeah.
How do girls have sex?
I still don't know. I'm gonna have a story.
No! Did you ever read a book about how girls have sex?
No.
You promised the world that you were going to buy a book.
How do girls have sex with each other?
I'm not.
No! Sorry.
I'm not answering that on this.
All right, I'll
Mom!
buy a book.
I know, but I realized that probably I could go online, but then I was like, I don't really want like other strange content hitting my computer. And then I'm like, I go to the bookstore, I need a book on how girls have sex. I'm looking for meditation and
Sexual relations.
they're probably in the same aisle.
Back to the serious stuff. What are some important things that you've learned that before you had no idea about with bisexuality?
I am not shy about talking about it with friends. I have learned that all the emotions I had when you first told me that you were bisexual, when Hope first told me that she was gay, some of my friends that have shared things with me, they go through the same thing, and I almost feel like I'm a hand of peace. Like, you're gonna feel this, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna become incredible.
Oh,
It's just like, you know, if somebody were to say, guess what, Holly? My daughter came to me and told me she's straight.
I know.
It's like,
I know. It's like
I wouldn't be able to say, I know exactly how you feel.
that reminds me of the scene from Love, Simon. The girl's like, Mom, I'm straight, and she goes, ah!
Yeah. Yes, that was me. When I found out about that first video having impact, and I was reading the comments, and I remember texting you being like, Georgia, you've got to reply to, and
She told me to reply to everyone.
yeah, because I can't stand it that anybody would feel like they don't have support, even if it's off in your biological family, your
Chosen family.
your family of supporters that you don't even know about. You can't see them, maybe. You don't know their names. You don't know where they live. Their energy is still supporting you.
Yes.
That's how I feel.
That's a really big, it's good that you feel that way because that's very big in the LGBTQ community. You know, a lot of people are persecuted from their families a lot because of religion that's not agreeing. That's one of the main leading causes into why kids are kicked out of their home.
Which is just fear. That's all it is.
Exactly.
It's fear.
But I really like how you said that, and especially in the day and age of media, sometimes you don't always see or know your supporters, but they are there and they are fruitfully here in this space across all my channels always. Next question. How have I changed and how has our relationship grown since we made our video 2 years ago?
I never know when I'm on camera. I am afraid to just be me in the house between you and
Oh, no, you are not. Oh, no, you are not.
The way that you have changed, I think, is also a part of what's changed in your life. You've gone from being, you know, a college schoolgirl to moving to New York, living independently. I think that you coming out as bisexual is just one small piece of just the way people naturally grow up. Typically, confidence comes with that. Since you've come out, though, your confidence in the best way is at a level that it has taken me personally. You're 30 years ahead of me. I'm not saying that correctly, but you're in your 20s.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, if somebody goes through something major, it's almost like a fast forward to knowing yourself, loving yourself, not always loving yourself, but learning how to navigate all those things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so proud of you.
Well, thanks, Mom. Did you ever think that I was hiding under the term of bisexual? Like, so you never thought,
Not
like,
once.
oh, Georgia's definitely a lesbian.
No.
She doesn't know? Or, yeah, okay, that's good.
No. I mean, when you explained to me, like, you 70% like girls and you 30% like boys, and I remember a while back, there was a moment where you were very into girls.
Yeah.
Like your pop stars.
Lauren, Haregi.
Yeah. And we were driving somewhere and some young boy went jogging by and like you got whiplash.
Oh my God.
I'm like, well, I mean, I just never questioned it.
And the
But a ton of people I know were saying, oh, it's just a phase. And I actually would get a little bit irked. When you're not that, you really have to learn and engage and understand, and over time, hopefully, you start to get it.
Yeah.
And if you don't start to get it over time, again, it's just that big giant thing called fear.
Yep. This is the last question, and it is directed to the audience.
Oh, how's that gonna work?
I just want you to look in the camera when you answer.
Okay.
Or, you know, whatever feels natural for you.
Okay.
What is the most important piece of advice you have to parents whose children have just come out to them, who might be a little scared or not really know what to do?
Everything will be okay.
Good.
That's it. It's like what I said to you before, Georgia, about if you're accepting of it, you will feel fear that your child will be targeted or hurt by who they really are. If you're not accepting of it, you will have fear that you are at fault somehow. Both of those things are emotions that parents have. And it doesn't have to be because of the sexual orientation of your child. You can have it on any level of things about your child. But everything is going to be okay. And if a parent decides to leave their child, their loss.
Yeah, big time.
If a parent decides to embrace it and love their child, the gifts are astounding.
And you never have to go through anything. by yourself.
I don't ever want you to think you have to go through this by yourself. Mom!
All right, well, that's all the questions I have.
Okay.
I think once again you've done a lovely job of sharing your knowledge and experience with the world.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on my channel.
Happy to.
See you in another 2 years. That's all we have, beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for joining this special time. I'll be back next week with more.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more of this one, I guess.
No.
She only makes an appearance every 2 years. Remember, you are super loved and super valid here. Love you.
Love you, honey, so much. You have no idea.
Love you. Be your best self.
Bye.
Bye. Double kiss blow.